Hi Sagittarius, my name is Kim. Thanks for being here today. So for your meditative session, the first thing that I saw was the jellyfish, and I don't have a jellyfish in my spirit animal deck, so I kind of just went intuitively with why the jellyfish. Maybe you're fishing, maybe you're out in the ocean. That could be one thing. You're seeing a jellyfish, or you just saw a jellyfish. But what I'm getting is not. It's kind of I'm getting like a peaceful flow like energy. The jellyfish kind of flow with the currents. They kind of, I don't say like they trust, but I just feel like they go with the flow. And that's why I want to say, and like they're very clear. And I feel like maybe it's like you're becoming clear about something, or you want to become clear about something. And the second thing that I saw during the meditative session was Destiny, the Destiny card in my deck, which looks like this. And what I'm getting with the Destiny card is that maybe there's like a calling or like a flow. You're feeling kind of a pull towards what it is that you desire, or what it is that you would like to fulfill in this time here. And I think like the answer to your question is like, what is it that flows most naturally to you? Kind of what is it that you go to instinctively to kind of relax you, or that makes you happy? And it's not something that you should have to think about. It's just something that you already probably do. That's what I'm getting with your meditative session. It's like, what is it that you want? And then if you don't know the answer to the question, I would say like ask yourself what flows most naturally to you, what comes most naturally to you. And to know that whatever you desire, it's your right to go and fulfill whatever it is that is the answer to the question. And then the number that was important was number 16. I don't know if that number is important to any of you guys, but there's definitely an underlying theme of kind of creating something from scratch. And I think that's where you are. You're in the thought process of what is it that I would like to create, or there's something that you would like to create, and you are maybe beginning it or fully understanding what it is that you want to create, and how to kind of, I don't even feel like you're in the planning stages of it. I just think it's something like in the thought process for right now. Anyway, Sages, that was your meditative session. Let's get into the cards. Yeah, this is what I was seeing. Like this top dragony looking thing. I was seeing the red one, and I was like, oh, I know that card. And here it is, and it came out. It's exciting. Okay, Sagittarius. So right away, what I'm getting is that I think you've already been through a period of healing. I think that the period, I don't think that you're in this energy anymore, or you're about to come out of this energy of healing, where it was that you were kind of resting because you know, when we heal, we need to kind of regenerate, rest, regroup, reprogram, I want to say. And I feel like you've already been through that cycle, or you're coming out of that cycle now. And I just feel like you feel kind of not rested. I just keep saying RE, like rested, rejuvenated. I'm getting that you took a long time to kind of self-reflect and reflect on it, what it is that you want. And I think part of the healing had to do with looking at yourself and noticing things about yourself that you didn't like. You know, when it's time to heal and we're reflecting, it's not an easy time because we're looking back at the actions that we took, and sometimes the things that we did weren't things that we're proud of, things that we want to tell people about, things that we want to remember. And what I feel with this was that a lot of the healing had to do with the way that you look at yourself and the way that I feel like it's not really about the way that others look at you. I feel like you don't really care about the way that others look at you, but it was the way that you looked at yourself. You weren't happy with what you saw for yourself, what you were seeing in the mirror. You were looking at yourself and you weren't happy to see you, basically. You were just not ashamed of yourself, but it could be a little bit of that. And I feel like Spirit has kind of given you a lot of aid and a lot of intuitive guidance, a lot of reprogramming, it's just been a long time of healing, a long time of reflecting and realizing who you are and who you were in the past and what maybe didn't work out for you and why things maybe didn't work out for you was because of yourself. And I think that's the hardest thing that we need to accept sometimes, because it's easy to put the blame on others, but when we're able to understand that a lot of it, others are a reflection of ourselves, others are a mirror of ourselves, and what we're putting out, the energy that we're putting out, we're just going to receive back. So if you're receiving negative energy, you're kind of understanding that the base of that energy kind of might have started with you, and it's a reflection of yourself. So you're trying to understand why it was that you were in that place where maybe you were being reflected back things that you didn't like and you weren't happy about. And I feel like you've kind of understood that. You've taken the time to heal, and now I feel like through the integration of like the resting that you've done and the mind work that you've done and the healing that you've done, it's just been a long process, but I feel like you're ready, because it's not only like I think Spirit is telling you that you're ready, and you also feel ready because I think first it takes us blaming others, and then we start to understand that most of it comes from ourselves, and that's a long process in itself. So the fact that you already got to that, and then you stood and understood where it was that you took, like where you played a role in it and where you were at fault, that also took a long time, and it was just a long process. But I think you're out of that energy. And I think it's like about what you want to create. And with the Union card at the end, I'm just seeing a lot of like what it is that you really want to create. I mean, I have the Ace of Cups, the Emotion Intellect card, and the Union card. So I think now that after you've stepped out of this resting energy, out of this healing energy, out of this reflection of who you want to be, because after we look at what it is that we were, now we can reset and figure out who it is that we would like to see in the future, who it is that we want to look at in the mirror, what kind of person do we want to be. We have the chance to kind of recreate ourselves. So it's actually a really great thing. It's actually a really great energy to be in, because we can kind of start new, right? I think that I feel like you're examining someone also. I feel like you might be taking a look at someone else and kind of seeing where it is that they might play, where it is that they might fit with you. With the knowledge card, I'm getting it's not only that you've gained knowledge, but it's also that I feel like you're kind of gaining knowledge on someone else. And you're kind of, after doing all this work and after being, in such a state of healing where you've done all this work, it's like, well, I can't just kind of let all that go to waste. I need to align myself with someone that is going to be, I don't want to say on the same level as you, but someone who, I just feel like you're just examining someone. And I would say you're examining them because after all this work that you've put through and after the integration and everything that you have worked so hard to, it's like the self-realization. It's like you're examining someone. And maybe it took them examining you for you to kind of, it takes, I don't know. I think with this card of knowledge and the Ace of Cups, it's like maybe you're examining how you can maybe make an emotional offering or give a part. It's not only to be emotional though. It's just funny that I got the jellyfish because I'm getting so much water energy and I'm seeing the jellyfish in this card, this card, this card. So a lot of water energy. I think after this cycle has been done, you're kind of stepping into an energy where you would like to be a more emotionally available person. You would like to be a person who, when you look in the mirror, is someone who can offer their love to someone, can offer their emotions to someone, can be emotionally available maybe in a relationship with someone. I see with the Union card, it's obvious, like maybe there's someone that you have in mind with this knowledge card. You're examining someone, you have in mind of who it is or the idea of what it is that you would like, and I feel like you already have in mind who this person is. It could be an earth sign that you're thinking about, because I just see with the red and the green dragon. And I feel like it's been a lot of work to get to this state. It's gonna still take a lot of work to get into this. It's going to take a lot of, either it's going to take a lot of work or it has already taken a lot of work, but it's going to take time to get into the emotional, like this emotional aspect of yourself. And it's also, you've kind of been in a state of restoration, I want to say, where you've been healing, right? So I don't think the guidance is like that you haven't healed. I feel like you have healed. So I think I think what it is if you would like to offer this cup to someone, just know that to put yourself, we don't change we don't change any, I mean, there's a lot of things that you could want to aspire to be, but if it takes a lot of work for you to show emotion and to be emotionally available, and like it's like one thing to say that you would like to be emotional and emotionally available, but it's another thing to actually do it. It's another thing to actually mentally be present every day and say, oh, well, I'm going to respond in this way because this is who I want to be. It's not as easy as 1, 2, 3, right? It's not easy because I think that's why I keep hearing the word like reprogram. I feel like it's something that you want to reprogram about yourself. Maybe you're not a very, like, I don't want to say mushy, but maybe you're not like a cuddly person, or you're not a very, like when it comes to relationships, you're not the most, I don't want to keep saying emotionally available. I just feel like maybe you're not the type of person that wants to cuddle. Maybe you're not the type of person that's going to send a nice text message. Maybe those are the types of things that you would like to be. And I feel like it's going to take a lot of work, just because if that's not who you are, or that's not who you have been, I'm not saying that it's not possible to get there. I'm just saying that it's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take conscious effort as to how you want to speak and how you want to go about a relationship. It's going to take a lot of conscious effort. And I feel like maybe your ego is telling you that, not to lead you back down this road, but I kind of feel like if you let your ego kind of take over, it could lead you back towards the person that you have been already examining and realizing that that's not an aspect that you want in yourself. So I think it's not a tricky slope, but it's something that you have to consciously make an effort, that if every time, if this is the energy that I want to be in, the Ace of Cups, in the emotional state of mind, in an emotional relationship, I want to share my life with somebody, I want to be the person that person needs me to be, then I think it's going to be it's going to take work, it's going to be an effort. And I 100% think that it's something that's possible, but I think it's also going to take time. And I think but with the Union card, I just see that it is possible. I mean, it's not only something that you want, but it's something that is 100% possible, because it's here at the end of the deck. It's not at the beginning. It's not something. Anyway, this has been a really nice reading. Let's decide what the advice is. What I'm getting from Lost Spirit is that it took maybe a painful event in your life for you to understand this side of yourself, to understand that you did need to work on yourself, to understand that you weren't who it was that you wanted to be. And I think that painful event kind of led you towards this pathway of where you were healing, working with spirit, or taking time out to work on yourself. And I think that, unfortunately, that's how we learn sometimes, right? We learn when, we learn when, things don't go our way. That's when we tend to learn. Like, you have to learn the hard way. And I'm not saying that you had to learn the hard way, but I'm just saying that this all kind of happened for a reason. So don't think that, I think it's just like finding something out about yourself is never an easy thing, and reflecting on who it is that you were in the past is not easy. There's a lot of things that I regret that I've done in my past, and I know everyone feels the same way. So I think it's not an energy to be down about anymore, because you've already worked your way through that. And what there is always enough. I feel like that's me, that's spirit saying that you are enough, that you are enough, and you've done a lot of work. You've done most of, not most of the work, but you've done so much work that you need to kind of give yourself a pat on the back, give yourself some time to kind of integrate the new energy, and not to underestimate yourself when, if this is the energy that you would like to be in, and if this is the energy that you would like to give out to others, or you would like to show of yourself, then this is totally doable, because you are enough. Okay, so I'm getting two different messages. The first message that I'm getting with Sarah Lakali, she is one of my favorite cards. It's the Queen of the Outsiders. I have arrived. I am where I will always be, in love. I love this card because it's kind of saying like the love that you need and the love that you seek is always going to be within yourself. And it's also a confirmation that if there is a love that you do seek, that or if you're questioning what it is that you truly want, like the point of the message I remember is like, if your quest in life, if you're wondering what it is, like you remember how in the beginning of the reading it was something about destiny, and this card I feel like is the answer. It's saying how if you're wondering where your destiny lies, it's lying where or in who or in what you truly love. And I just think that's like a beautiful confirmation. What sets the soul on fire? What is our main purpose for being here? It's for love, right? It's for love of something, love for what we do, love for loving people. It all has to do with love. Our main purpose, our main being here. And if that is like a confirmation to you on what it is that your destiny is, it's kind of entwined with that. It's like do what you love. Love who you want to love. If that's, I don't know if that helps you guys, but that to me made like the clear answer to your destiny question. Okay, so with Bridget, the goddess of the eternal flame, I am an eternal flame, and each day my light grows brighter. What I'm feeling with this is every day as you work on what it is that the adjustments that you want to make, the way that you would like to be, more like give your cup of love or offer yourself to someone. Every day, if you're working on those little, if you work on it every single day and you're consciously aware of it, it's like every day it will get better, every day will get easier, and soon it will be something that you don't even have to think about. And that's kind of what I'm getting with her. And I'm also getting green for the heart chakra, and she also has a heart, Sarah Lakali, so I feel like this has to do with love as well. This whole reading, your reason for being, it comes full circle back into love. And I just think it's a beautiful message, guys. I'm an eternal flame, and each day my light grows brighter. Each day as you work on it, it's going to become easier. Your light is going to become brighter. It's just such a beautiful reading, guys. Thank you for being here, and see ya.